afternoon everybody, and welcome to a new little get ready with me. And today actually is a little bit of a special day for me. It's my B-day. I'm actually getting ready because me and Niall are going out for a nice dinner tonight and I want to feel a bit fancy, so I thought why not have a chatty GRWM with you. I don't know exactly the look I'm going to go for yet, that's the only thing, so it's going to be a little bit of a journey with you. Hopefully it won't be a disastrous get ready. We're going to do it together, I think. And what I'm going to do now is do my makeup with you, have a chit chat. I have actually put on Instagram a little question-y box thing if you want to ask me any questions, so we've got some questions of things to chat about within the get ready with me. And then I'm actually going to my hairdressers to have my hair styled because I'm not sure how I want it. And I feel like it's a bit safer for them to do it for me because I'm not the greatest at hair. I've recently had it cut, so it's kind of quite blunt. I have just blow dried it, by the way, so it's looking a little bit wild. I've recently had it a bit shorter, a bit blonder, and I actually think I'm going to go a teeny bit shorter today and then style it. So I thought it would be quite good for her to do it at Glow, my usual hairdressers, to save time, to save a worry of the hair. I just want to feel nice tonight because it's my birthday. I'm going out with my boyf and I want to feel fabulous. One day of the year, let's feel fabulous. I have actually done a few things already to prepare. So obviously I've just washed my hair, ready for the hairdressers. I'm not actually going to wear this hairband, by the way, it's just while I do my makeup. I look very much like Blair Waldorf gone wrong right now. I have fake tanned, so bit of a story. I haven't fake tanned for a very, very long time, and the past kind of month I decided I wanted to be a little bit darker because I'm not feeling very dark. You know, it's February, it's grey, it's a grey rainy day in the UK. Right. I was just feeling quite pale. I'm quite pale at the moment on my face, can you see? Because I can. As you can see, my hand is quite a lot darker than my face, and that's because of the fake tan. However, I'm not very experienced with fake tan anymore because I haven't fake tan in about a year and a half, 2 years. I decided to take the plunge. I usually use the Bondi Sands Liquid Gold Spray, but I had run out, so I decided to try out their new mousse. I think it's new. It's the Bondi Sands Liquid Gold Foam mousse, same thing. I had a feeling it would be a little bit darker. I do love the spray. It doesn't smell like digestive biscuits. That's why I like it, as well as the fact it's very natural, but it doesn't always make you that tanned. On my B-day, want to be a little bit more tanned. I gave this one a go last night and I did wake up quite dark and I have got a little bit of a hand issue. I mean, it doesn't look too awful. Yeah, it does, look at that. Now that's when you know you haven't fake tan in quite a long time. Also, I've had my nails done and I've actually gone for a different to my usual rainbows. So I decided to go for like a hot pink, bit of a rounder, more natural shape, because before I had a bit of a oval and I wasn't quite feeling it. I felt like Cruella de Vil a little bit. I'm kind of stressing because I'm in a little bit of a rush right now to get to my hair appointment, so I want to have a proper chat with you, but I haven't left myself much time because I was busy watching Riverdale, because the new Riverdale came out this morning on Netflix. We know how much I'm obsessed, although it wasn't my favourite episode, I must say. Do you watch Riverdale? Because I do, and it's my favourite series in the world. Love Jughead. Love Betty. If you haven't watched it, you really need to go and watch it. That's why I'm a little bit late, because I was watching Riverdale. My own fault. But yeah, I did do my nails last night, but I didn't. The nail woman did, and I have painted my toenails this morning to match. The other things I wanted to show you was the bits that I put on my hair now before I use any heat. So obviously I blow dried it. So I'm still using my Kevin Murphy shampoo and conditioner. If you watched my last Get Ready With Me, you will have seen that. Because I'm really trying to take more care with my hair now, because I kind of just let it slide for a while. And it's a little bit broken around the fronts. And I mean, that has a lot of different things why, but I've just taken more care now. I'm blabbing so much, I really apologise. It says 7 minutes on my camera, so I'm hoping it won't be 7 minutes for you. What I use, because also I have quite flat hair, and I lack in volume. To give myself more volume, I use this little guy, which is a mousse that you put on your roots. You kind of section it off and put it on your roots before you blow dry. It's the Catwalk Tiggy Root Boost Spray. And then on my ends, I use the GHD Advanced Split End Therapy. So I just use it kind of like an oil on the ends. And then after, and also my Heat Protection by GHD. And then afterwards, I put some of this oil on the ends to like defrizzify it a little bit. So this is just a little sample, actually. I'm testing it at the moment, but it's a Kevin Murphy one again. I just love this brand. It's a bit of me. Yes, those are the bits that I've done already. But let's get into the makeup, let's get into the skin, let's get into the chats. I've got lots of cues. Let's have a good one. First off, I'm just going to start by putting on these two bits on my skin. So I'm using the Teta Harper Moisturizer Illuminator. I like glowy skin, so this helps that, and also this one has a tint and does the same kind of thing. It's the By Terry CC Serum. Absolutely love her. She is glorious. I mean, if you've seen my Get Ready With Me's, you will already know all this. Right, before we move on to the foundation, oh, also, can you see the difference? I don't look like a ghost so much now. It gives you that natural tint. Usually, like day to day, that is all I put on, so I don't often wear makeup. I just love it. I think it's very lovely. Let's start with a question before we go into the foundation. Are you saving for anything at the moment? Now, if you know me, you very much know this. I am currently saving to buy a house. So me and Niall are looking to buy a house. We're hoping to move in sort of autumn time before Christmas. We want to host Christmas for our families this year, hopefully. I mean, I don't know, it's all very up in the air because you never know, like, if you're gonna need to renovate, which that's a question I think I did see as well, actually, is whether we're gonna renovate or we're hoping to find somewhere that's basically ready already. We don't want to renovate an entire house just because I think it would be really fun, and maybe one day I would, but right now I don't think I've got enough time and enough knowledge, and you know, it's very expensive, so I don't think we're going to renovate an entire house. I've seen so many people do that on Instagram recently and it's very inspiring. I don't know if you know Emily Shack. She has recently renovated is it a Georgian or a Victorian house? And it looks absolutely insane, like literally. I think it's called Shack's Shack, the Instagram page. And it does make me want to do it, but I just, yeah, I don't think it's the right time. So yes, anyway, that is what I'm saving for at the moment, is our house. That's kind of what I've been saving for the past like 2 years, I guess. We're hoping for a barn conversion style, bit kind of like old but new character. That's what we want, really. Very open. Ooh, the sun's giving me a bit of a glow. Look at that. Beams, you know, like wooden beams, hopefully, and just lots of light, and it's very kind of barn style. That's what we're hoping for, but you know, you never know what's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to work out. We're in a good position at the moment because we're not in a chain where we are trying to sell somewhere, so at the moment the flat we're in is rented. A big reason we want to move is because, for a lot of reasons, but obviously it's an investment. That's what I've always saved my money for, and you know, living in London in a rented flat is extremely expensive, and you're just throwing money away when you rent, really. So I feel like I've always thought when I'm in the position where I can, I would like to buy, and because me and Niall are in a place in our relationship where we both want to do that and we want to, you know, move in that step together. That's our big old plan this year, hoping it isn't too stressful, because my dad says the two most stressful things in life are divorce and buying a house. We shall see. I think that's quite a well-known quote, isn't it? My dad thinks he created it. By the way, what I'm using right now is my Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation. I use the shade 7. I've used this forever and I absolutely love it. It's like, it's very low coverage, so if you like a thick foundation, it's not gonna be for you. But it's got like a nice dew to it. What is this sunlight? It's getting in my way. Got a very kind of dewy, nice sort of succulent vibe to it, so I just love it. I've used it for ages and ages now and I wouldn't go back. I love my old Charlotte. She's a bit of a babe, really, isn't she? Good old Charl with the tilbs. Were you ever self-conscious / nervous about intimacy before you got in your relationship? You know what, I would have avoided this question if it was, I don't know, a few weeks ago, but actually me and Niall had quite an in-depth conversation quite recently, and I've never really spoke about this because I never really understood it, and I guess it kind of has been shut off in my mind for a very long time. So before I was with Niall, you kind of will know this if you've watched my videos, but I had quite a toxic relationship back when I lived in Wales. Years and years of up and downs with this same guy. And yeah, I had quite a lot of issues with intimacy and sex, I guess, when I met Niall. I am quite an awkward and closed off person in general with stuff like that. I'm quite shy. But I do think that the toxic relationship I experienced really has affected me more than I ever thought. And before I ever met Niall, I never really knew how to be intimate with somebody mutually. So I never ever was really given that mutual intimacy back. And I think it has kind of affected me more than I realised in the future. Because I kind of shut off that part of my life when I moved to London, I shut off the whole life that I lived back in Wales, really. I haven't really kept in touch with many people from back there for a lot of reasons, but I think subconsciously I didn't even realise that I was actually shutting off that part of my life for a reason, because it was actually so painful and so hard to even talk about in depth the relationship that I experienced, and actually damaging that person was to me in a lot of ways. And I was talking to Niall about this recently, and that's why I feel like I am able to put it into words now, because I don't think I ever really thought about it or allowed myself to think about it, because I just didn't. I don't like to dwell on the past, but I do think sometimes, like, there was something that happened between me and Niall, and I realised it sparked, and I realised that it had a lot to do with my past. And I don't want any pity, because it's years and years ago now, but I experienced a lot of almost emotional abuse, I would say, when I was with this person. And when I met Niall, I was always scared when we had sex that he would leave afterwards and I would cry afterwards. This is really personal, I know, but I mean, I feel like I can say it, because if you are experiencing it, I hope that this helps you and makes you see that, you know, there is a better ending than maybe what you're experiencing right now. I don't take intimacy lightly, and you know, some people do, and there's nothing wrong with that, but because of what I experienced, where I was treated so strangely when it came to intimacy, I never ever felt good enough, ever, and never really knew what it was like to be given that deep love back. Even now, that is a big reason why I am so closed off and scared to talk about intimate things with people and online, because I had such a damaging few years where it was the, you know, the first person that I'd ever been with, and they just did not treat me nicely. And the thing is, for years I defended him. When I was in those upset stages, I'd tell my mum about it, and so my mum really did not like this person because he was always making me sad. But then the next day when he was nice to me, I would defend him, and my mum would still be like, no, he still did that yesterday where he made you cry. I never wanted to believe that he was as damaging as he actually was. I think it has really affected me still to this day, where I'm just very nervous when it comes to intimacy. And like, you know, I've been with Niall for 4 years now, and Niall has always treated me with so much love and respect, but something like tiny may like trigger something where I suddenly will get really upset, and I feel really guilty for that, because I feel like Niall might think that it's his fault, but it's not, it's my own issues. Yeah, that's a little bit of a story time really. Anyway, I think I should put my highlighter on. And that's very, I hope that isn't too much, but I was talking about this recently and I wanted to share it in case somebody is in that and they, you know, you may be in it and you may still be defending him, and I totally understand, because that was me for 7 years, but it's not okay, and you should not be treated that way. And some men suck, some men are lovely, some women suck, some women are lovely. It's just the way of the world. And yeah, anyway, I'm gonna put my highlighter on. So I'm just popping on the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand. I've said this a few times, I do my highlighter a bit weird. I mean, I am gonna actually put more highlighter on. I actually see this as more of a concealer than a highlighter, so I kind of put it here and I will drag it under my eye, as well as, yeah, this is more of my concealer, but it's actually not technically one. I don't really use concealer because I find it, all the ones I've tried, even the liquid ones, are a little bit too cakey, and I just, yeah, I prefer this, so this is what I do. It's a little bit strange, I know, but you know, it's just what I like. I feel like with makeup, you know, it's like drawing. You can do it however you want. You can't judge a painting because different painters paint differently. Different makeup as makeup differently. I mean, some people are better at it. Just, I guess I'm just a bad painter. Oh, also, the other thing I was going to talk about is my eyelash extensions. Obviously, when I had no makeup on, I didn't technically look like I had no makeup on, because obviously I've got eyelash extensions. And I have so many questions about them all of the time, and about whether they ruin my natural eyelashes, if I'd recommend them, and what I get exactly. So I actually get Russian sets done. I get mine done at Glow in Fulham by Leah. I've had them done with her for ages. Yes, I would recommend them if you want them, although I don't think a lot of people need them. I don't think anyone needs them, but I like them. It's like my little thing I like. I have very straight, short eyelashes because, don't know, my mum does too. She gave me the bad eyelashes. Niall has absolutely glorious eyelashes, which really irritates me, but I think men often do. Very irritating. But I have very light eyelashes as well, so literally without makeup on I feel like I look like my brothers, and I want to look like a girl, really. So I don't know, I just love them. It shouldn't affect your natural eyelashes. Some people think they do because they fall out, and they fall out with your natural eyelashes sometimes because you naturally have cycles with your eyelashes, your real ones, where they fall out, but usually you don't really notice because, you know, when you haven't got a big eyelash extension on attached to them, it's not as easy to see it fall out. You do often lose your eyelashes just like you do in any cycle. What other cycle do we have? Do you have eyebrow cycles? You know, sometimes you lose your hair. Like, you know, you lose strands here and there, and it's the same with eyelashes. Probably not as consistent, but it does happen. But if you get them done by a good technician, it should not ruin your natural eyelashes. Right, I need to get a move on because I'm actually a little bit slow. So I'm just gonna pop a tiny bit of blush on. I don't use a lot of blush in the winter months. I usually use much more in the summer because just like that peachy glow, but oh, wrong way around. This is the Life's a Peach blush by L'Oreal. I've had this for absolutely ages. I love it. It's just a really nice tone. It's not too pink. It's got like a bit of a orange, well, it's just peach, isn't it? Ooh, is that a little bit too much? Don't know. And I've finally decided to start using my new brushes. So I don't know if you saw my last Get Ready With Me, but I was still using this ratty old brush that I've had for about 10 years. Look at that. That looks like a witch's broomstick. That's what I was using on my face for my blusher and my bronzer. This is a Morphe brush. I'm just putting a teeny bit on my apples. Then I'm gonna move on to my bronzer. I am using the Hoola Benefit bronzer. As always, love her, she is glorious. Let's do another question while we do the bronzer too, actually. What are the different ways you make money? I don't really talk about money much, to be honest. The ways that I make money are from my business, Rather Peachy, and the Peach Plans. So I kind of think of the Peach Plans as part of Rather Peachy. So I'd say Rather Peachy, my business, and, you know, from brand deals. I don't currently have any sponsorship deals because I left Gymshark and I left Woman's Best like a year ago. And then, you know, you make a little bit of money from YouTube revenue, but it's not very much. It's not like, well, you know, it probably is if you've got lots of views. I don't have that many. Yeah, I guess mainly from brand deals apart from that. I haven't really done much brand work for a while. I only really ever like to work with brands and, you know, do cool campaign deals if I'm really feeling it. And, you know, it's something that I actually like. Obviously, I never want to promote something that I don't already like. What was your favourite birthday? I love you and the word mooch. I love the word mooch too. My favourite birthday. So I had a really good birthday on my 17th. So on my 17th birthday, back in my party gal days, I had a Disney themed night out. It was so good, literally so good. I was Minnie Mouse, which is a little bit boring now I think about it, but everybody dressed up. There was a huge group of us, and my older brother and all his friends dressed up too. I absolutely loved my older brother and all his friends back in Wales. They were the nicest people. There were some really nice people back in Wales. Oh, and the year before that, on my 16th, I had a massive house party. So in my old house that I grew up in, I had quite a lot of really big house parties, like, you know, 200 people kind of house parties, which was so much fun. Absolute shambles, but so much fun. I had the best 16th as well. My 16th and my 17th I think were the best. So I was just literally living my best life. And the other thing that actually birthday related someone did ask is my birthday actually on the 29th of February? So, you know, in February you have the leap year day. I was actually born on the leap year. So, you know, the leap year is every 4 years, and I was born the year there was going to be a 29th, but I was born on the 28th. I don't just celebrate on the 28th because I was born on the 29th, but that's quite interesting because I'd be 5 still. I'd be 5. That's so weird. I'd be 6 next year. That is so freaking weird. So I'm gonna move on to my eyebrows. So I'm doing the usual. I'm using my eyelure palette. So I literally don't do that much with my eyebrows, to be honest. Actually, should I do my eyebrows? Maybe I should do, no, I'll do my eyebrows. I don't do much with my eyebrows. The main thing I like to do is spike them a little bit, but I use this a teeny bit. It's kind of like a wax to give a little bit of thickness at the front, I guess. Someone's actually said, have you ever thought about having therapy? You seem like you've had a few bad days recently. I wouldn't say I've had too many bad days. I mean, everybody has bad days, but obviously you see me talk about it online, so I think it's more normal than you probably think. I think I have more in the winter. I had the same sort of thing last winter, just, you know, with the dark early days, and just don't function that well in the dark. I like a bit of sun. We don't have any sun really in the UK at the moment. We did have a little bit actually, but don't have that much sun, and I personally work very well to sunlight, and also the days finish at like 4. They have started getting later, which I love, but I think a lot of people experience that. But obviously you see me talking about it a lot because I share a lot online, but I am absolutely fine. I don't have therapy. My mum is a therapist, so I talk to my mum about everything. So I've popped on a little bit of colour, so as you can see they're just a little bit darker. Now I'm just going to spike them up with my brow setter by Benefit. Do you know what, this is actually so good. I've only recently started using it and it's just so strong. I have a spiky brow for 12 hours if I need it. Absolutely love, look at that spike. Look at that, I absolutely love that. It just changes the whole look of your eyebrow. Lastly, what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna do my lipstick now because I'll do that probably when I get back. When I get back from the hairdressers, I'll obviously show you my outfit, what I've done with my hair, the other little bits like my lip, shoes, and I might put a little bit of sparkle on my skin. And then I might do a little montage of the actual meal. Not too much because obviously I want to have that time with Niles, have some quality time on my B-day, but a little bit because I want to share a little bit of my birthday with you and I thought it'd be nice. Lastly, I'm going to do a little bit on my eyes, not too much. I don't want to go overboard, I'm not very good at eyeshadow, so I'm just going to pop my bronzer on my eyes, which I always do, you know this if you know me. Let's do a couple more questions before we do this though, because I can't talk while I do my eyeshadow. I need all of my concentration. What made you start vlogging? What gave you the courage to start vlogging? There's a lot of these questions in a row. My manager, Danny, very much pushed me into starting YouTube, so I never thought that I'd be able to do it. And I know you probably are thinking the same and you might be wanting to do it, but you can do it. You just have to start. And I know it's really daunting. I didn't know what I was going to use to edit. I had no idea how to edit. I had no idea what camera to use. I didn't know how to talk to a camera without, you know, it's very strange. I'm talking to a camera right now, to you right now, I'm talking to you, obviously. And that's how I, after 2 years of doing it, see it as. But at the beginning, talking to a camera seems very strange and just is not natural. I think it takes quite a while for some people to get used to it. Some people it's very natural too. It wasn't that natural to me. Don't watch my first YouTube video because it's very not natural. I think just do it. Try. It's trial and error. I just tried different things. I use iMovie still 2 years on. A lot of people use Final Cut Pro, but I just can't be bothered to work that out as well. And I like having my vlogs quite, you know, raw and just there. There's not too much editing to it. The camera I use now is the Canon. I was going to show you, but I'm actually filming, obviously. I use the Canon G7X Mark II. It's a very good vlogging camera. It has the flip screen, so you can obviously like see yourself when you vlog and see you're in focus and in screen and stuff. I used to use a different camera which wasn't very good and it kind of rattled. It was the Sony A5000, wouldn't recommend. And then when it comes to learning to edit, it literally just takes time. My first YouTube video, don't go and watch it, but it was about, I think it was about 12 to 15 minutes long. It took me 8 hours to edit it. Now I edit a video in an hour to 2. It took me 8, literally, and then it took me like 2 days to upload it because I didn't understand that you needed good upload speed to upload YouTube videos, and you do. So we actually have a higher upload speed internet now because we're both always uploading videos. But it's all these things that you just have to work out and takes, you know, just trial and error. So if you want to do it, do it. Don't worry too much what people think and just be yourself. Just have a little chit chat. It's not as easy done as it is said. I think that's the right way around. If you really want to do it, definitely do it. You only live once. Just try it. You might enjoy it, you might not, but at least you'll know. And also, because going back on that, I did always want to do it. I never thought I could do it, but I wanted to do it because I wanted to chat and not just be a picture on Instagram, do you know what I mean? So I wanted to talk about things and put even more out there and more value into what I do, not just a picture, if you know what I mean, because videos I think are a lot more personal, a lot more valuable, and there's a lot more you can do with YouTube, I think. Anyway, I'm literally blabbing. I'm gonna do my eyeshadow. Actually, another thing I just really quickly want to do before I finish my face is pop a little bit more highlight on just to give that extra zhuzh. So I'm gonna use my Becca Cosmetics, and it's a very fancy gold. Now look at this. Look at this gold. That's gold, isn't it? Look at that. So I think I'm going to actually pop some just on my highlight section, obviously. But I'm also going to put a teeny bit in the corner of my eyes, I think. Just so I can match myself. Right, so I think that is my makeup mainly done. I'm just going to quickly pop on a little bit of setting spray. So I'm going to use the All Nighter Urban Decay, whatever you say. Alright. Oh, that smelled absolutely vile. I think I'm going to pop to my hairdressers now, and I may just show you afterwards the hair. I don't know what look I'm going to go with yet. I'm either going to go wavy or I'm going to go sleek and straight, depending on if I cut my hair a bit shorter, or I quite fancy the slick back look. So I'm gonna see. I'll let you know, well, I'll show you, and I'll see you in a bit. So I am back from the hairdressers. I actually didn't film anything there in the end. My hair is done. Let me turn you around and give you a proper show. So I went extreme sleek. I never ever do this hairstyle, always want to. I need to give it a little bit of a brush and a bit of a zhuzh, but I absolutely love it. And then we've got a bit of a clipped back side on this side. I had my hair a little bit shorter as well. I don't know if you can tell. There you go. Look at that. Look at that blunt. And also, I think I'm going to wear the orange dress that was in my last video, Boyfriend Rates My Outfits. If you missed that vid, make sure you go and see because it's quite funny. But I think I'm going to wear it. This is from Pretty Little Thing. It's like a bandage dress. I feel like a lot of people would think this pink and this orange would clash. And I think in a way it does, but I actually really like the clash look. I'm feeling very fancy. These are from Boohoo, these shoes, by the way. They're just one of those good ones that literally go with everything. And I do have a cheeky new little bag that Niall got me for my birthday, which I'm obsessed with. So this is going to be my little clutch of the night. What we're thinking. I actually love it. Do you know what? I've had so many evenings of going out recently where I just feel really kind of meh. You know when you just get ready and like, I'm not enjoying myself today. But today I actually feel quite confident, and I feel like this is a slightly different look for me. And I like it. Look at that sleek. I'm obsessed with the bluntness, please excuse. I'm actually ready almost 2 hours early, so I'm feeling very prepared. So I think I'm going to pour myself a glass of red wine. I actually don't even know what I'm going to do. I thought Niall was going to be back from the gym now and we were going to have a glass of red wine together, but it looks like it's just going to be me. But do you know what? I actually don't mind that. I feel like I want to have a little bit of me time. I've been working most of the day and, you know, it's my B-day, so I think I'm going to switch off now. Take my shoes off and I'm going to show you some of the flowers I got today as well, which I was very excited. Oh, Poppy, what are you doing? She's not even meowing, she is whining. What cats whine? So I got some surprise flowers today, which was so nice. I feel like flowers is just one of the nicest things to receive. These came first, so these are from Whitney. She's literally like the nicest person in the world. I love Whitney so much. She is one of the biggest reasons why I miss Gymshark, but she is honestly the nicest person in the world. And then over here, these arrived from my mum, which are lovely and bright and wonderful. These came quite recently actually. I need to pop them in a vase, but love them. Very pretty. Love the hearts. And then Niall got me these ones. I really like, 'cause they're quite different. They need to bloom still, but they're very spring, aren't they? Like I feel like when the flowers bloom, very spring. Anyway, I think I'm gonna pour myself a glass of wine and pour myself a glass of wine. Do you know what else came today actually, which I absolutely love, and if you haven't tried these, you need to. Have you ever tried a Bojangle? A Monty Bojangle. I don't know if they do them anywhere else but in the UK, but they're quite rare to find, but they are absolutely lovely. My mum introduced me to them and Niall's grandparents sent me them. How lovely is that? I hope you enjoyed my get ready with me. I feel like it wasn't a shambles. Let me actually show you my lip combo, because every single time I do a get ready with me I don't show that and I feel bad, so let me find it. Basically the combo I'm going to do today is the stripped down MAC liner, and then I'm going to pop it with the Honey Love lipstick by MAC too. Anyway, I will see you in a little bit, possibly for a little montage. I think that's what's going to come now. So I really hope you enjoyed my get ready with me. Thank you so much for joining me on my B-day. I will hopefully see you in the next one, which I'm filming tomorrow, which is going to be like party preparations. So I'm not having like a big party on Saturday, but I'm going to have like a little get together with my close friends, and we might go out as well, but we're gonna have like a little bit of a mooch at home. I've got a donut wall. I'll show you that in the next vlog actually. I was going to show you them, but I've got a donut wall, a Prosecco wall, and I need to do like a big food shop, drink shop. So we're going to do that all together in the next video tomorrow for me, but 2 days for you, so yes. Thank you so much if you sent me a birthday wish as well. I have been reading through them today and I feel so grateful. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I really hope you enjoy our little montage of the evening. I wanted to bring you somehow, and I thought that was the best way, and the way that I just love to do vids, isn't it?